Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's deck tech, we're going to be looking at my Azorius Control Mill deck. It's a difficult deck to kind of like pull off victories with, just because like Mill is obviously quite a specific win condition, and it's sometimes difficult to actually find the tutelage that you need to actually get your win condition through, but when you do, it is very satisfying. So we're going to try and get some victories. It's not, like I said, it's not the most consistent deck, but we are going to try our best. This is going to be the last deck tech and gameplay before the update to Shadows over Innistrad and Oath of the Gatewatch. So my plan at the moment is to basically buy the entirety of Shadows over Innistrad, mostly because I want to play werewolves. They sound really cool. I do like the tribal decks, so werewolves is something I'm looking forward to. And then I basically just work my way through Oath of the Gatewatch as I unlock gold. But let's get on to today's deck tech. So to start off with, we've got Jace Vryn's Prodigy, just because he's good at kind of digging through our deck and allowing us to kind of discard and find cards that we need. Also, his ultimate ability is another mill condition, which is quite nice. Got Sigil Starfish to help us scry, look for those cards that we want and those cards that we don't at the time. 3 copies of Alchemist Vial to either help us draw cards or stall out our opponents with its second ability. Celestial Flare basically forces our opponent to discard a big creature which we might not want them to swing at our face with. Telling Time, useful card for digging through our library and finding Sphinx's tutelages and other draw cards. Jessian Thief, just because it can potentially draw us extra cards. It's got its prowess, so it's kind of it's a nice creature to have in this kind of deck. Now, obviously we've got 3 copies of Sphinx's tutelage, the main mill card in the game. 2 copies of Scatter to the Winds and 3 copies of Spell Shrivel, so our counter in the deck. 3 copies of Suppression Bond, so we can lump this on big creatures or planeswalkers if we don't want them doing anything. 3 copies of Inspiration to help us draw cards and trigger Sphinx's tutelage. 1 copy of Disciple of the Ring to either tap down creatures, counter non-creature spells, or just a late game win condition if we want to kind of swing for an opponent's face. Got 2 copies of Planar Outburst and 2 copies of Tragic Arrogance as our sweepers in this particular deck. We've also got 2 copies of Angelic Edict to exile big creatures such as Ulamog. Then got 6 plains, oops a daisy, 8 islands, 2 prairie streams, 2 glacial fortresses, a couple of Foundry of the Consoles in case we want to spawn some additional creatures to help us block later on, a couple of copies of Skyline Cascade to help keep creatures tapped down, and then a couple of copies of Azorius Guild Gates. So that's the deck. Let's go play some games. Okay guys, here we have game number 1. So we're playing the rank 31 Roscoe. We've dropped down a few ranks, mostly because I've been playtesting this deck, and we are keeping this hand. This is actually like the ideal hand. We've got tutelage, we've got some counter, we've got an Angelic Edict and a Planar Outburst. So yeah, I want to keep this hand basically. Mostly because we have the tutelage in hand. You know, it's always nice to start off with one of these, as we know that we're basically then working our way towards our win con pretty quickly. Okay, so we've got red, so I wonder what Roscoe's up to. We'll play a Glacial Fortress. Very nice. We've got a Skyline Cascade as well, so we're now only 1 mana away from Planar Outburst, which is always a good thing. We do have the correct number of white mana, so yeah, it looks like we're playing red deck wins, so Planar Outburst is probably going to be pretty important. Okay, so he's played out a Majoring Bully to start off with. Very nice. We've got the requisite mana now to play Planar Outburst, so we're going to be hoping that he's going to be emptying his hand out as fast as possible. We then should be able to then sweep away his entire board, and then just keep him managed down with that, like things like Scatter to the Winds and Angelic Edict later on. So in 2 turns time we will be Planar Outbursting, just to kind of like sweep him. Okay, so he's Titan Strengthening pretty much straight away. So we're going to be taking 6 damage here, but we will be able to Angelic Edict this turn coming. Yeah, so I can potentially get rid of him. Would have been nice if we played an enchantment on that instead, but okay, and he's going to twin bot my face. That's really aggressive from him. So I'm going to take 9 damage in turn 1. So he's starting to empty out his hand quite quickly here. So yeah, we probably want to Angelic Edict this next turn. So we've taken 9 damage there to start off with, which is kind of crazy. Like 9 damage in 1 turn is bonkers in my opinion, but hey ho. Well, actually what we'll do is we'll Skyline Cascade him just so he can't swing this turn. Just because it's going to then allow us to play out the Sigil Starfish. Maybe scry a couple of turns before finally Planar Outbursting. So yeah, Angelic Edicting, that does seem like a little bit of a waste. But Yeah, we're going to mill him down really quickly. I just realised because we're playing mono red, Sphinx's tutelage is going to be working like double time. So he's got nothing here. If he plays no other creatures, I'm definitely Angelic Edicting, because that basically implies that he's got no other creatures that he wants to play. So yeah, this could be pretty brutal if we've managed to stall him out this quickly. So play out the planes, and we're just going to Angelic Edict you. So it implies that he's got no creatures. So did I manage to mill a land there? I did manage to mill a mana there, which is kind of annoying, but hey ho. So yeah, this implies that he has like no creatures down. So okay, so he's found a Goblin Glory Chaser. That's fine. I can block that with the Sigil Starfish though. Or we play in our Outburst, doesn't really matter which. So yeah, I'm hoping that Sphinx's tutelage will kind of get rid of as many of his mana as fast as possible. I'm just going to scry with the Sigil Starfish, see what we can find. Tragic Arrogance, I'm going to top that just because it's going to be useful. So we're going to mill him down again. Okay, so we managed to mill down Exquisite Firecraft, which is nice. Do I pop the Foundry of the Consoles here? Or do I Planar Outburst here and Awaken? I can't really Awaken a mana, can I? So Tragic Arrogance isn't that useful. Just going to skip attack for now. So we do have a Scatter to the Winds in case he tries to play any kind of combat tricks on top of the Goblin Glory Chaser. Okay, so he's got Exquisite Firecraft. Now, does he have 2 instant sorcery spells in his graveyard? You have 3, so I can't actually counter that. So I'm just going to scry you down, bottom you, and then we're going to pop the Foundry of the Consoles, which is going to allow us to get 2 blockers. So we do still have enough mana, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so we play like Dragon Fodder. So we potentially want to Planar Outburst next turn if we can. Just because we can... Or do we Tragic Arrogance? Nah, I think we'll Planar Outburst. Okay, that's pretty cool. We found a Sphinx's tutelage, which is quite nice. So do we play out that, or do we just Planar Outburst now? Tough choice here. If I had 1 more mana, I would say Sphinx's tutelage and hold open a Scatter to the Winds, but I could swing with these 2, or I could just like skip attack. And no, I'm gonna be brave here. Play out the second tutelage, and then maybe try Planar Outburst next turn. We've still got 2 blockers, so we can block any one of these. I mean, he's got rid of both of his Exquisite Firecrafts. Okay, so he's going to Twin Bolt, so it's not good for us. So at least we know that we could have swung there, taken 2 damage, but not the end of the world. So yeah, we're definitely going to Planar Outburst this turn coming. I'm hoping he is a little bit... So he's going to Titan Strength here, so we're going to take 6 damage. That's fine, as we are just going to wipe away his board next turn anyway. So we're going to go down to 5. We do have the double tutelage now, though. That is renowned, but it's not going to matter for too much longer. So he's going to double tutelage. There we go, and then we're just going to Planar Outburst. Get rid of all his minions. His creatures. What else has he got? We do have a Tragic Arrogance, but Tragic Arrogance is less useful. Okay, so he's played out an Abbot. And what else has he got? He managed to find a Mountain as well. That's okay. So he gets to play that out. I don't know what he's got in hand. We do get to mill him twice again. Excellent. We do have Spell Shrivel, which is quite nice. I'm actually going to play out Jesse and Thief here just because we need some way of blocking the Abbot swinging at my face. I mean, I'd love to hold open my counter spells, but we don't have that luxury, unfortunately. He's down to 17, so we are... Oh no. Well, that's game over then. Yep, that's 6 damage. Oh come on! This is why I hate playing Mill sometimes, because you get so close to milling them down and they just come very slightly too short. Let's move on to game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. double check who that was in a second. My could not figure out what their name was. We're going to keep this hand. It's not too bad. 4 mana. Got some card draw, so we can potentially dig for our Sphinx's tutelage. Yeah, we're playing Momo Gone Goodbye. Oh my god, we're playing a second red deck wins. Oh, come off it. That is just not cool. At least we've got Planar Outburst, so it's not too bad. We'll just play out Plains here then. Maybe try and play out Skyline Cascade next turn on top of the tap down Foundry Street Denizen. 2 red deck wins in a row. That is not cool. This is basically the worst deck that I can play against. It's just too aggressive for me to get my strategy in play. Like the slower decks, absolutely fine. I can deal with ramp quite easily. Aggro, not a goddamn chance. At least Foundry Street Denizen is going soon, so won't have to worry about that too much longer. So yeah, we've basically got to hold out another 3 turns until we can get play, or 4 turns until we get Planar Outburst down. So we're just going to Skyline Cascade you. Yeah, we can get down in 3 more turns now, so we've just got to hope that we can survive that long. So we've got 2 goblins down. At least this guy isn't getting pumped up again anytime soon, so we can keep him tapped down with the Skyline Cascade another turn. So yeah, we're going to take 2 damage here, which is what I expected. Yeah, if we can kind of empty out his hand and then Planar Outburst, we should be in a much better position. Yeah, we got a Majoring Bully, which is kind of what I was expecting to come down at some point. Okay, so we've got 2 Alchemist Vials, which isn't too bad, so we're going to keep you tapped down. And then just play out an Alchemist Vial. Yeah, we've just got to survive 2 more turns, which is going to be tricky at this point. Do have an Angelic Edict, but not that useful at the moment. We just need to survive to play out Planar Outburst, which is becoming trickier and trickier, put it that way. I'm not sure we're going to survive 2 turns. Basically need to stop the Majoring Bully, I think is the important one at this point. So he's just going to swing with all... So we're going to take 4 damage, go down to 11, and he's going to Twin Bolt me as well, you know, just to prowess and deal extra damage. Yeah, this is a double Twin Bolt. Oh, fantastic. This is exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, we're basically dead at this point. Just dead as a doornail. Be nice if we could play a ramp deck, please, instead of 2 red deck wins in a row. Ugh. Yeah, this is why you shouldn't play slow decks in the current meta. It's very, very tricky. I wanted to play a mill deck though. Okay, so we need to survive this upcoming turn. And we could stop 2 creatures attacking me, so I'm going to at least stop the Majoring Bully attacking me. And then we are just going to Planar Outburst next turn. So I want to see what he plays first. Please play out like a... Okay, so he's played out a Molten Vortex, so we're going to stop you attacking. So you can actually Molten Vortex my face, I'm assuming. So we need to basically stop one of these other ones in case that is a mana. Okay, so he's also played McKinley Slide Runner. Okay, that's not too bad then. Which actually is very, very greedy here, so... Yeah, I'm actually going to stop you from blocking this turn as well, from attacking this turn as well, just so we only take 2 damage, and then we're just going to play an Outburst, and we'll be almost dead, but not quite dead. I'm almost tempted to Angelic Edict that next, just in case. So we take 2 damage, and then we play an Outburst this turn coming, sweep away his board. Play out an island, so we're going to play an Outburst. Here's hoping that he just finds like an enchantment this turn would be quite nice. So I really want to get rid of the Molten Vortex as well with the, say for example, an Angelic Edict. We've got a Suppression Bonds, which is good, so I'm going to Angelic Edict that just in case he has found a mana. could have suppression bonds it instead, I suppose, but Angelic Edict also works. So I don't know what he's found. So he's found a mana, so that would have like been 2 health down. Okay, this is good. So we've now got spell shrivels and stuff like that to keep us in the game longer. So we basically want to hold open spell shrivel and like a telling time maybe. We want to find our mill card now, basically. We're in a much better place than we were a couple of turns ago. Okay, so do I really want to mill you? I can't really spell shrivel it just because basically I can't afford to. Okay, now he's played the Infectious Bloodlust, so which we do want to spell shrivel. Because he can't basically pay the mana cost for that now, so we are just going to get rid of Infectious Bloodlust. And he can't swing at my face. Okay, so could I have telling time there? I could have done, couldn't I? I completely forgot to do that. So we're just going to play open Disciple of the Ring. Yeah. We do have a telling time open, so we've still got 2 mana free, which is good. We can counter a enchantment or spell twice. And block that one in case he does have an aura. So he can't really swing. This turn we are going to remember to telling time. So we'll take the Jessian Thief. And the Inspiration. Good, 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 good. We're in a okay place right now. So I'm probably just going to not swing, sorry. Skip attack. Play the Jessian Thief. And that'll be about it. And then maybe inspire myself at the end of my off step. So he could still find an... Okay, so he's found Ember Hauler, which is not great. So he can use that to basically push through the last of the damage. Could suppression bonds that, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we are going to inspire ourselves, see what we can find. Okay, good. We found a spell shrivel, which is nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here is suppression bonds the 2/2. Just so he can't actually use it to... so he's going to trigger it, like now. Okay, so he's going to push through that 2 damage to my face. And then we're just going to swing with the Jessian Thief. Try and draw an extra card. So we're down to 1 health here, so this is pretty precarious. I'm almost determined to be a red deck wins with this mill deck now. This control deck. So we do get to draw that extra card, which is another spell shrivel. Which is okay. Don't know what he's going to find. We do have plenty of counter. We've got two lots of counter. Okay, so he's played a Goblin Arsonist. Basically means that we can't swing from now on. So I'm going to inspire myself again, as we're not worried about dying this turn. We're going to find Telling Time and a Celestial Flare. That's quite nice. Okay, so he's going to swing with the 2/2. I was going to say, what's the point of swinging with the 2/2 when I can just block it, mate? Okay, good. More mana, which is nice to see. I think we'll just play out a Jessian Thief here. Maybe just leave it there. Don't swing. I could swing, but no, I do not want to swing. It's the last thing I want to... Oh, just realised he can basically win here. No. I know what I can do. Sigil Starfish is perfect here because I can block the 1/1 without actually having to kill it. Whew, I forgot about that. I was like, damn it, that's going to kill me. And then I completely forgot about the 0/3 Sigil Starfish, which can block it without killing it every turn. So he's going to block with the 1/1, which we then just... Come on. There we go. I don't know if you realise that, but we do have the 0-3 which won't kill it. And he's got a second one. Of course he's got a second one. Can we spell shrivel? Nope, because basically he can then just pay the 4 to keep it on the battlefield. So I suppose we can keep him tapped down with the let's just get telling time here. Yeah, we can keep him tapped down with the Disciple of the Ring if we keep like kind of feeding it with we need to tap down 1 every turn, so I'll take a suppression bonds, that's good. And another telling time. Yeah, we can keep one of them tapped down and one of them blockable with the Sigil Starfish here. Okay, so suppression bonds, 1 of them maybe? Which is actually fine, because that way we can just block with the other one. Maybe just swing with the two 4s. There we go. So he's going to block with the 1-1. Finally get rid of you. So we've only got 1 of these to worry about now. And I can basically just keep him tapped down every turn. So we're going to draw a card. We're going to find a mana. Then there's a play you out. Give us an extra mana. If it works, there we go. So yeah, I can just keep this tapped down if I need to. Depends what else he plays. So he's going to play out a Ember Hauler. I think we can afford to spell shrivel you twice. Yeah, we can. So he will pay the 4 mana, I'm assuming. Which he did. So he's going to spell shrivel you again, which he then can't afford. This is getting really kind of like desperate here. This is a crazy match. Like, I'm desperate to win this. And then we're going to scry with our tutelage, Starfish though. Yeah, top P, why not? We'll grab a second one. Just in case. Probably should be finding my, what's it called? Popping my Foundry of the Consoles and actually getting my Thopters at this point. We'll grab a Scatter to the Winds. We'll also grab ourselves a Tragic Arrogance. Actually, Tragic Arrogance is perfect at this point just because it could... No, Tragic Arrogance is not perfect at this point. But hey-ho. I was just thinking like we could use it to just keep one of them around and like get rid of the other one, but that won't actually work, so we'll skip attack there. Yeah, I really need to pop Foundry of the Consoles and just be swinging for 2 damage every turn. This is a really tense game. Like, we're getting to the point here where he's having to keep top decking. Yeah, I need to pop this like next turn, ideally, I think. Don't know what he's got at this point, but let's scry. We also need to find one of our tutelages, would be quite nice. We'll actually bottom that Tragic Arrogance, this is not actually that useful. Island is not useful at all. We will now pop the Foundry of the Consoles, I think. We'll do that at the end of his end step, I think. Just in case. We do have 2 lots of scry here, so we're looking for something which can help us get rid of maybe the second Goblin Arsonist, put us in a slightly less tense position. Do I Scatter to the Winds or do I let it resolve? I let it resolve. We don't really want to waste Scatter to the Winds. I'd rather use it to block something less annoying. And he's got an Infectious Bloodlust, so we are going to Scatter to the Winds you. There we go. Oh, God's sake, I forgot about the Foundry of the Consoles. What am I doing? Let's get rid of you. And then we're just going to scry twice in a second once we've... Cause he's not going to swing. There's no point in him swinging. So scry and scry. Top you and top you again. So that way we can just exile the second Goblin Arsonist. Okay, let's pop you first, I think. Just so I don't actually waste my mana here. There we go, 1, 2, 3, yeah, we've still got enough for Angelic Edict, which is good, so we're going to Angelic Edict you. This means you can now actually swing with our Jessian Thieves. So So swing with you and swing with you. There we go. Yeah, this is a really tense match. Like, I'm determined to win this match at all costs. Just going to scry once, see what we get on top. Pro Stream, which will bottom, as it's not very useful, and we'll actually scry again then. See what else we get. Bottom that as well. So we push through some more damage here. I can't believe like all three of our tutelages are in the 3 mana in a row. That's crazy. I don't know what else he's got here. We're out of options. If he's found a burn spell, we're dead. Like there's no choice here. I mean, we could counter it if we had a mana open, but we just don't. So I don't know what that is. Could be a mana. Who knows? It's not a mana. That's good. Whew. Like the only thing that can really come off it. Just gonna swing with both our. Sorry about that, guys. My voice is totally going here. So we're just gonna swing with both the Jessian Thieves. Scry number 1 with the Sigil Starfish. Bottom you. My God, all we're finding is mana now as well. May as well scry again. Why the hell not? Bottom you. What the? We're just finding mana now. Apparently. So at least we get to draw 2 cards here. Could have swung with the what we call the Thopters as well, but I'd rather leave a few blockers open. Okay, cool. We found Jace, which is good. I might as well play Jace out. This is crazy. We've got him down to 12. We've been sat at 1 for a long, long time now. I think the only thing that could really kill us here would be Exquisite Firecraft. Just got to hope that he doesn't find Exquisite Firecraft before we manage to kill him. Okay, so he's found Infectious Bloodlust. So we're going to Celestial Flare here when he swings instead. Oh no, it's only attacking or blocking creature. That's fine. So I just thought like he could use that to sack off the Goblin Arsonist, but we don't want him to do that. So we're going to Celestial Flare you. We have options here. We have options. Let's see what he does. So yeah, he's had to get rid of that. I can't remember how many Infectious Bloodlust he's got left now. It must be at least 1 more. So yeah, he's found another Infectious Bloodlust. That's what that is. So we know that is an Infectious Bloodlust. We're in a really precarious situation here. Like, really precarious. Okay, we found Planar Outburst, which is okay, but not very useful. So we'll just swing with the 2 1/3s. Come on. There we go. Won't scry. I'm just going to leave these open now, just in case. I don't know. I'm thinking like worst case scenario here. We draw 2 cards a turn, so I'm not that bothered. Suppression Bonds is nice. Sigil Starfish is also nice. Play out an island. We'll also proc Jace as well. I can't believe all 3 of my Sphinx's tutelages are like right at the bottom of my deck. Planar Outburst is not very useful here. So we flip Jace here. This is +1. Let's +1 him, please. There we go. Yeah, have we not found any of our Sigil Starfish? That's bonkers. Sorry, our Sphinx's tutelages. I can't believe this. Actually can't believe it. See what he finds now. So I'm assuming we can counter anything but Exquisite Firecraft. So I kind of need to like actually get a move on in terms of burning him down. So I really need to attack with. I should have been attacking with Thopters as well. So we are going to. No, there's no point countering a. We may as well let him scry. So yeah, this has been a really tense match. Like, playing a red deck wins here has been really, really tough. And I've been really too cautious, I think, which has been my big problem as well. We're going to scry with these. See what we find. Oops, a daisy. Let's let that resolve. Bottom U, and then we'll scry again. Bottom U. Where the hell are my tutelages? I'm sure I've got them in this deck, right? I'm not going to complete. Hello? Where have you been all my life? My God. Can't believe this. Yeah, they were literally in the bottom half of my deck, like the last third of my deck actually. That's how like stupid this has been. Okay, so 1, 2, so 4, 6. Could do 9 and just push through lethal here, I suppose. So it's gonna come on. There we go. +1/+1. Doesn't really matter what we get rid of at this point. I just want this to be over with. There we go. Whew. We can still counter, like lots, with the Disciple of the Ring, so I think that's lethal. Yeah, bottom third of my deck, I found my first Sphinx's Tutelages. That is crazy. At least we won though, guys. At least we won. Beat the red deck wins. Don't care. Don't care if it's taking me 20 minutes. We got there eventually, guys. We got there eventually. There we go. Momongo, good boy. Eat it. Okay, awesome. Look, we've got enough gold to actually buy the whole of Shadows over Innistrad outright, which is quite nice. Yeah, we're just going to work up our way to getting enough gold to buy Oath of the Gatewatch within about 20 days, 20-30 days. I reckon I could have Oath of the Gatewatch fully unlocked as well. But I'm going to leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode. If you're new to the channel, it's always nice to see you hit subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.